The brutal heat wave. It's another day of triple-digit heat over a huge area. Because of that dome of heat that's been hanging over the southern plains all summer, blamed for at least now 24 deaths. Now in Texas, conditions are the worst they've ever seen, and even football practice is under siege. Marysol Castro is in Dallas to get a first-hand look at the heat down there. It is oppressive, Marysol, but good morning.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, everyone at home. Well, high school football here in the Lone Star State is religion. It's currently 89 degrees, and that is the low, if you can believe it. Triple-digit heat has become the norm this summer across Texas and across much of the nation's heartland. It's also been responsible for some 24 deaths, and the heat is far from over. For 32 consecutive days, Dallas, Texas has been baking under triple-digit temperatures, a heat wave this part of the country hasn't seen since 1980. At least 12 people have died in the Dallas area, and at one local hospital, heat-related emergency room visits have doubled. The state's energy agency warned customers that its power grid is entering the first stages of an energy emergency. Texas has already broken its all-time peak electricity record twice this week. The grid's current capacity is approximately 67,000 megawatts. Tuesday peaked at 67,929, and today could go beyond 68,100 megawatts. If that trend persists, rolling blackouts could add to the misery. In Texas, football is as big as the Lone Star State itself. With the season just around the corner, players routinely practice twice a day in scorching August temperatures.
We consistently monitor the heat.
But school officials, like athletic director Renee Putter, take precautions to keep students safe.
Every day we weigh the athletes before practice, and then at the end of practice we weigh them again. If they lose a certain percentage of their body weight, then we hold them out of practice the next day as a precaution.
But it's not only about the players. One community lost a beloved high school coach Monday in Plano. 55-year-old Wade McLean collapsed and died during the season's first practice.
His son actually told me that he had said, when I go, I hope I go from the football field because this is what I love the most.
A preliminary autopsy report found heat exposure and a heart condition caused his death. His 5 children are still coming to terms with it all.
And he lived with a commitment to his family and to those that he loved.
And the expected high today, 110. Chris, it was so warm here that city officials were actually giving out free air conditioners for those folks who couldn't afford it.
And it's good to see that the football players behind you were practicing before sunup down there. Marysol, let me ask you this. Obviously, the weather and the heat is a huge issue, but now Emily is now forcing its way up the East Coast.
Absolutely, Chris. You know, August is when the tropics really start to churn. So Tropical Storm Emily is about 144 miles off the coast of Puerto Rico, packing 50-mile-per-hour winds, moving at a steady clip. It's moving at 14 miles per hour in a northerly direction towards Hispaniola. It could affect South Florida by Saturday. If we take a look at the rain, right now we're expecting anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of rain in and around South Florida. But as you know, Chris, tropical storms are persnickety. Of course, we'll keep an eye on it for you.
Okay, we'll continue to follow that track. Marysol, thank you. See you in just a few moments.